Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another edition of BMBBH. And that BMBBH stands for Black Men Being Brutally Honest. This is Kev, and hope some of y'all had a good 4th of July, whatever you believe, and however it may sound to you, and, whatever reasons that you celebrate. Maybe you just got some good barbecue or something. I did my barbecuing on Juneteenth, and, both of them are symbolic anyway. So, I mean, you're as free as you feel at the end of the day. So, today is yesterday was a celebration of America. So, for those of you who celebrated, good for you. So, anyway, let's get some shout outs. See who's in the building already. RPM, what's up, man? Bill Brad and RPM were in the building last night, but I decided to push this show off till tonight. You know why? Because I went to sleep. Shoot, I'm tired right now, but I couldn't put this show off another night, and hopefully, I can, say some things that will leave somebody at least thinking. You know what I'm saying? Phil Brad was good. Also was here last night. Uh, was the early bird last night, but him and RPM kind of switched. So RPM is the early bird for the night. So yeah, Revelator, the spirit of variance was good. We got hybrid, catastrophic impact, X83rd power in the building. What's going on? It was good. Big Kev, great to be here, big bro. I'm glad you believe that, sir. Glad that you believe that it's great to be here because it's great for you to be here tonight. We got Andre 420 in the building. What's going on? Said this has an S3 feel to it. I don't know, man. If it's a S3, smoke show Sunday feel, then as usual, I won't be getting any smoke from anyone. Yeah, Raphael Hardwick. Oh, what's good, Raph? Hey, man. Good to see you, man. It's been a long, long time. Shoot, Raphael Hardwick was on this channel before, like really anybody else. I mean, old school. So good to see you again, brother. Good to see you still on YouTube as well. Let's see. Detro 0861 was good. And Andre 420 just got tickets to the fair ride. Oh, okay. Well, if she enjoyed, hey, artist style, what's going on? All right, let me get some shout outs. And I just shouted out everybody in the chat. Shout out to the replay gang. Your contribution is invaluable. Seeing that you actually come back here to watch the shows on your own. Also to the membership. Me call out the members of the channel. We got Greg, got Aaron P, Phil Brad, Gone for Milk, Indigo Flow, The Builder's Table, D Rock Den, American Negro News, Mr. Me Too, Barry Little, D Scott, Yumcha 11, Black Pearl, Andre 420, Blue Marvel, A Sower Seed, Black Light Revelations 2, Revelator, the Spirit of Variance, Forever Blessed, Detroit 313. All righty. And we got Shatterstar Games in the building. Gone for Milk, you are a membership. You are a membership owner of this channel. He said, have you seen Despicable Me 4? Are you going to see it? I went yesterday. It was pretty good. Shoot, I just seen that other movie, Inside Out 2. Yeah, that was pretty good. Said in the real in the clouds. Oh, okay. Also, yeah. Speaking of in the clouds, thanks to you all in the clouds, uh, as usual, I can't stop mentioning this, but there's always that one person that I wish was in the clouds. Maybe they're watching, maybe they aren't. Who knows? Sad thing for me. I'll tell y'all this story one day. Uh, yeah. Also, the replay gang. I already shouted out the replay gang. You deserve two shout outs. Gregory Scotland was good, man. Gregory Scotland. Say, oh, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Raphael. Yeah. All right. So let me look at this poll real quick. So it's 13 votes. 13 votes. Says they're a bro code in this space. Only 15% said yes, and 85% says no. And that's out of the 13 votes. I would love to hear from you guys why you believe that there's no bro code in this space. Well, I mean, I'm gonna spend like the first 30 minutes telling you why I believe that there's no bro code in this space. And it's not just because of, as the as the thumbnail would suggest, there might be bro code until, you know, uh one of those sexy women pop up. I mean, shoot. But I do understand that there's some nuance to heterosexuality. So I don't expect, people just to be saying like bros before hoes, because that's not exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, you can put the hoes wherever you want, but we're gonna try to have a good show tonight, you know. But they still popping firecrackers outside. You know how they are on the 4th of July. I was hearing firecrackers and gunshots all over the place. I mean, I wish I had some of my own to pop, but yeah. In the processes of fixing my garage door, like the whole thing fell apart. So, since I don't have $2,500 to pull out my ass, like most of you accomplished brothers that are winning out here, I had to figure out a way to fix it on my own. So, probably have some pictures up, on my community tab if I feel like putting them up. But as long as you have some type of as long as you're a handyman with some type of ingenuity and a way of looking at things and how things function, it can save you a lot of money. So hopefully I can conquer this one too, like I conquered the water heater, like I conquered the air conditioning unit in the attic, like I conquered the stove. Yeah, if I could be a Mister Fix It on this garage door, which is basically a 2 to 3 person job, but I got to do it all by myself. Hey, I be I have solidified my homebody status as a Mister Fix It. So Detroit 80861 asks, how is it defined in relation to this space? Hmm. Bro code. Okay. What is bro code? And why is it that people would vote no? I mean, Raphael already voted no, obviously. He said, you know, he said, I don't feel that it's a bro code not on the YouTube streets. Cause I mean, like, if that's a I mean, as Andre said, you got this kid, you don't have muscles for nothing. Okay. Well, let's continue that. Hopefully I continue to have good fortune as far as my health. But I mean, nothing lasts forever. I am getting a little older, so we shall see. Shoot, so let me see what I'll play this. So yeah, did I did I really think about what I was gonna say? I always think about what I'm gonna say before I, you know, come up with these topics. Is there a bro code? Do I agree with how the poll is going so far? 19 in the building. Hopefully you guys press like on the way in. Is there a bro code? There is a bro code, but there is broken up depending on where you go and who you listen to. Like, I don't. This content creator, I know I've been a little at odds with the content creator, this content creator here, but let me tell y'all something. Like, as far as bro code is concerned, any circle that I don't consider myself a part of anymore, I was pushed out of that circle before I started saying anything. And hopefully everybody listening understands that. Hold him a nuts. What's going on? Said peace, Kev. There's a bro code, but it's violated often. Please define it for me. Because I'm not the guy that knows everything in this space, but I know a little bit about it a little bit. What would a bro code looking like? Uh if we're gonna localize it to the black manosphere, uh, uh, I say a bro code is kind of like a cohesive unit, built on common sense and factual arguments. I would say, or factual evidence, and that is something that I don't believe any of us as brothers should depart from. Uh, Cohesiveness, camaraderie, our ability to get along, because and I mean, like, I'm not just saying that because we're pushing against stereotypes. I would say that because it's something that needs to come to us naturally, and for for many of us, for many of us, and I would say my idea of bro code is how I somewhat view things. Like, we're black men. We do understand the situation that we are in as a group of men in Western culture. So why not unite? We don't all have to think the same. We don't all have to, agree with each other at all times. I mean, I never look for that. That's why I have a smoke show. I want to see who actually disagrees with me, who actually has the spine and the temerity to come up to me and say, "Hey, Kev, you're thinking crazy. This is not it, brother." But I don't know if I ever get that. There's a lot of people that would rather say it from their channels, talk behind my back, establish that there's a problem with their audience, but never come establishment with me that there is a problem. Go and tell their constituency, because it's a safe split, is a safe space for them to say things. You know, and and the bad part about some of those people is they have convinced some very meaningful people that I'm the bad guy, that I'm the enemy. And once those people show their true colors, hey, I no longer care. I mean, I care about one or two, but it's just that that's the problem with me. I would say that's my hubris. Uh, the fact that I hang on to hope in in ways that hopefully some will see the light one day. You know, seeing that that I only meant well and I only meant the best. But I mean, the thing is, the thing is like I have to find out how people really like in this space. Okay, I have to find out how people feel about me from other people. They just can't come talk to me like a man, And I'm not saying that to discount their manhood in any way. It's just that I just wish that things could be better. I just really wish. So, I mean, like I always say, if the right person is listening, hey, I'm always open for a talk. That's just what it is at the end of the day. But uh, look at the poll. So 16 votes, 88% of people say no. No, there is no bro code in this space. Okay, so what are you some of y'all saying right now? Shatterstar Games say I thought it was bro code to one of my broads showed me them DMs of some of my so-called bros. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Men will stab their, they'll stab the closest brother in the back for some pussy. Trust me on that. As much as we say about how problematic some hoes are, man, let me tell you something. Some of these hoes got these dudes wrapped because I believe that a lot of what these guys are seeking in this space is appreciation from broads. Any little appreciation they can get. And, I would even say sometimes at some points that included myself because I had a real motivator over here. You know, when I didn't even think I was great, it was a woman over here that was saying, "Hey, Kev, you're one of the best. Hey, Kev, you are one of the greatest. Well, not greatest, but you are a great content creator, even if you don't feel like you're that great." And right now, I got to do without that person. I mean, I don't, even though there were many guys that were telling me that you, Kev, you're great. You have the potential to be the best. And I mean, this is not an exaggeration. You know, there was always that one person that was there. And they're no longer here. And it makes me sad. But it's a female.
Man, that's a female.
Yeah, man. So it's this hard. It was disheartening for me, but I had to pick up and I had to plow forward, and I had to think about the people who were already still here, and not to let myself get caught up in that. You know, is evidence that it was evidence I saw as me not being part of a certain circle anymore. And I'm good with not being that part of the circle. I'd rather create my own circle at this point. I'll rather, because I'm not really a vengeful person. I don't want to do to people what they did to me. Like I said a few weeks ago, I just like to sit back and wait. Just sit back and wait. Just watch what happens. I don't have to put up the effort to get revenge, I would say. So we will see what is to happen within the coming year or the coming months. Dudes love gossiping like broads, aka Lucas. Yeah. As an extension of high school for some of these niggas, yeah. I don't know who would call a brother being brutally honest an enemy. But I mean, there's a few. Like, brutal honesty comes with a price, though. Sometimes you have to be brutally honest with those that are closest to you. But I will tell you one thing about women. Women, although they will establish yourself as one of your detractors, they're more sadistic than men are. They're more of sadists than men are. Men will spaz out faster than women. Yeah, there I said it. And you guys would be like, well, Kev, I thought you was for the brothers. I thought you was for camaraderie. I thought you was for bro code and all this other stuff. It's kind of hard being bro code as after the things I've observed in this space. It's kind of hard seeing a bro code. I mean, with me and with the audience, there might be a bit of a bro code there, but generally overall in this space, not really. 20 votes. 20 votes, and 85% of those 20 votes said no. So why do we feel that way? Why do we feel like there's no bro code? Isn't that what we're supposed to be fighting for? We're supposed to be fighting for a bro code. We're supposed to be fighting for some unity. We're supposed to be fighting for some camaraderie. We're supposed to be fighting for some cohesiveness among black men. Detroit, woman threw a bomb in boyfriend's house, killing his mother for breaking up with her. And this is a black on black problem. I did a news story a long time ago. I think you're talking about the same one, the same story. Like, she was mad at her ex-boyfriend, and then she burnt down the house with his mother inside. Kev, and the look, it was my barber for over 5 years and brought him other clients and over 3K in haircuts from me and my referrals. Yeah, that is too bad. I'm sorry. Niggas will defend a B-dub after she done slapped him 10 times. That's a female. You're the best. They'll destroy the world and beyond for some raggedy pussy. It's disgusting to see. Yeah. Black women are like time. They move right away after having a black man killed. I agree with you for that. Revelator Spirit of Various said, what? He's filed for that barbershop. It was a sacred space, or at least it used to be. Times have changed. Boy, they have changed. I don't know, right? I couldn't figure out where the leaks were coming from until the broad came real first before so-called bro would even admit the BS. Oh, are you saying that, bro? I said that brothers would spaz out faster than sisters? Yeah. Let me tell you something, Revelator. Try telling, I ain't gonna even say one of your best friends, because your best friends are your best friends for a reason. Son is hot rod was good. Tell one of these internet niggas the truth. Yeah. Tell one of the internet niggas the truth. Tell one of these people you run with on the internet the truth and watch what happens. A male, a man, a supposed man, and watch what happens. Yeah, all that brotherhood will go right out the door. See, yeah, that's what I said. Motherfucker moved from my side of town once the balloon got popped. I mean, you'd be surprised, bro. I mean, but you know what though? You can disagree with me, and I won't go crazy. I always want BJ away from going to crash dummy. Shoot. Example, look, her brothers are hating on Bronny. Yeah. Look at how brothers are hating on Bronny. Is that what you meant to say? Yeah, shoot. Man. I mean, in a perfect world, yes, we're all brothers. But this world ain't perfect. It's not. I mean, I wish it was, but it ain't. You know, if it was a perfect world, I'd be a rich man. Yeah. Speaking of rich, hey, Cash App is on the screen. Support the stream. Support the stream. Yeah. Support the stream. They hating on Bronny because he got drafted thanks to his father. And you know, that's one thing. That's one thing that I would say that black folks need to work on is nepotism. Yeah, people act like nepotism is so unfair that why would you do something for your child just because they're your child? Because they're your goddamn child. That's why. Of course, of course you would want to be able to do something if you could, if you know the person. I mean, yeah, nepotism is a great thing. Why do you think that these people who own these corporations are able to keep it in their family? Because of nepotism. Shoot, if you're able to do something for your kid, like establish some type of generational wealth, why the fuck would why would you complain about that? Why would anyone complain about that? If you were able to do it for your kid and you heard someone else complaining about it, yeah, fuck them. Shoot. We wish we had half the resources LeBron had and was able to do for his kid. Bronny has an opportunity to be tutored by his father. I hope he learns lessons and exceed in whatever his father has accomplished. Now, I will say this: he probably won't be as great as his dad, but hey, he can come close, you know. And I would have to say, only time will tell if he will ever be as great as his dad. I do everything for my daughter. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't say that around here. They'll accuse you of raising a modern woman. And then everybody you thought, hey, everybody who you had thought were your buddies will disappear. Everybody you thought that had some decency will be on these motherfuckers live stream. Shit. Tired of this shit. Facts, men should always pass things down to their sons. Why do y'all believe? Why do y'all believe that there were so many lynchings of black man business owners back in the day? So they wouldn't have a chance to create something that they could pass down to their sons. You know, we got shoehorned and gaslit into working regular jobs because some of us were so afraid to open up businesses because they would get burned down and the owners would get lynched. Not saying that that's an excuse today in 2024, but look what people have to go through in order to attain that. Look how snaky people got to be in order to attain a little bit of wealth, a little bit of money. How cutthroat you got to be these days. Legacy building. Yeah, absolutely. Anyone know what LeBron's wife said about this? Don't worry, I'll wait. In that anti-black manosphere space, that will happen. We have to remember we're in the correct space. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I'm starting to think that part of the reason why they hate on him because he got a good black woman. Well, yeah, you know, saying there, it seemed like they're gonna complain about you either way. Damn, that vote still like 20. It still hasn't reached above 20% on the yes. Boy, I tell you the truth. They wanted us to group all of us with that general manosphere rhetoric. Yeah, you know, where the true incels and neckbeards lie, and the cuckolds in the whiter part of the manosphere, or are you talking about like the general manosphere where MTR is, you know, guys like that, and you know the place where they put Pearl in the greater black manosphere or the greater manosphere, but you know they tried to put Pearl on us. Yeah, that's one thing. If there were borough code, they wouldn't even have thought about Pearl like that, or they wouldn't even, or they wouldn't even push Pearl like on us like that. Like it's our fault that Pearl became so popular. No, it wasn't. That's just stupid niggas trying to spike the space. And I'm gonna say it again: stupid niggas trying to spike the space. Niggas being against daughter dads are scared of becoming one themselves when they have one. Just my opinion, anyway, because they see women as hoes. So, like I said, that dude that said I was raising a modern woman, any woman over there brown nosing that motherfucker, and I'm talking about you. Guess what they think you are? They think you're a hoe. They think all of you are hoes. So, and see, I'm not raising my daughter to be a hoe, aka modern woman. So if they want to get pissed off about that, then they can kiss Like they can kiss my ass twice, once for the left cheek and once for the right cheek. Fuck out of here with that. Yeah, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Shit, I've gotten treated horribly in the past for not treating women like hoes. I would still say most of the smaller black manosphere guys cannot be called incels because most of us are married or have children. Well, according to the reality, Thanos like people that are in this space they think they got the Infinity Club. Shit, they think that we are incels no matter what. Ooh, you could be married and be an incel too. Sound like bitches. Men sounding like bitches. I'm seeing plenty negative commentaries on the BET Strip Awards, and I strongly believe it's thanks to the space. Yeah, I think that we do have a reverberating effect on people and thought processes these days. And I mean, like, if you've seen some of the ways people dressed at the BET Awards, it's a fucking clown show. It is a fucking clown show. Did you see the way Lil Mo was dressed? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Lil Mo, the one that came out with that song Superwoman with Fabulous. She need to sit her goddamn ass down. And then you got Saucy Santana out there. Like, for real? Like, ew. Incel is just something that people use to insult black men who speak out of turn. Shit. What the hell is an incel these days? We can't tell by these niggas over here. Marcus Romero Productions, MRP, what's good? Lil Mo from Baltimore, trust me, she's trash. I mean, first thing I saw Lil Mo was in was that Ja Rule song. That I cry, you cry, we cry. She was singing the hook to that. Man, said a little TMI for YouTube. These 90s female artists just can't accept they are older. They ain't it no more. Hey, shoot. You know who I don't see out there coming out there like weirdos, dressed like weirdos? The older 90 male rappers. I don't see it. Oh, look, I don't have a dislike yet. Wow. A serial dislike person might not have seen this on the air yet. Oh, they'll probably get me right after we get off the air. So, shit. Or I'm not doing it good enough. Alrighty. So I just got a 5 from somebody who might not want me to say their real name. So thank you for that person. I really appreciate the Cash App, and don't let that guy be alone. Support the stream. So if you are in the chat and you gave me that Cash App, go ahead and acknowledge it so I can acknowledge you. And also let me go ahead and do this real quick. Yeah, Wacky D and Sunshine. Yeah, we thank you for the support. We do. To be fair, Camera had niggas wearing pink. Oh, I shitted on that too. I just didn't I just didn't have a YouTube channel back then. Shit, I didn't even have a Facebook. And then MySpace was around at that time. So shit, I've never had a MySpace. Coach DC, what's good? Sign language. Shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right. The same attacks on the masculine mind. Yeah, I watched Beverly Hills Cop 4, the Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, and they tried to give it the nostalgia feel. But at the end of the day, I would say my viewpoint goes along with Dr. Tia Son Johnson's viewpoint. There's another It was another black dad saying shit. Black dad with a daughter who's mad with it, who's mad with her father, even though he did everything for her. It was ridiculous. No news podcast. What's good? What's good? It was a alright movie. I mean, I heard songs that I ain't heard in a long time. I mean, I knew they were going to include Axel F by, was it the Art of, the Axel F, was that Herbie Hancock? Was that the Art of Noise? You say you watched it too. The movie played it safe. I thought Axel had a son. They don't they don't want any establishment of black fatherhood with sons in Hollywood these days. The only way he has a son if the son is like problematic. I would give you an example. A few years ago when that show Empire was on Fox, man, like that was the quintessential example of a black father who had problematic sons. One son was bipolar, one son had mommy issues, and the other son was juicy smoothie. There's no honor in this. There's no more honor in this world. A sad or far. Well, I mean, the effects of that will come out sooner or later. I mean, we're already seeing the effects, but I mean, even more so is it'll come out. See, I'm already tired. See, I shouldn't even be tired. I should be ready to go all night. I don't have to get up and work tomorrow morning. Shoot. Was it any good? RIP. I can't remember his name right now. Forgive me. Hmm. Who are you talking about? Well, let's see. But bro code, what would like? Let me get back to. Let me reinforce what bro code would look like. Like I said, cohesiveness, camaraderie amongst men, knowing that we're here, supposed to be getting the same goal accomplished. Uh, Basically, we're supposed to be to help black men. Uh, One Chris Farley. Oh, okay. Yeah, Chris Farley. You talking about Beverly Hills Ninja? Ray Hummer, what's good? Lean on Me. No, Mr. Clark from Lean on Me. When King Richard came out, you got hate. Oh, yeah, it did. So, I mean, let's see. So we are up to 31 votes. 81% of you guys say no. 19% says yes. That there is a bro code in this space. The only one that really like I would say like I was about to say about that content creator is like and it's like I believe it was Andre that said it earlier. If people are under you and they don't disagree, if you don't disagree with the guy who's running the stream, then there's bro code there. But that's not a true bro code because if anyone breaks away from it, he gets attacked or he gets ostracized. You know, and I don't give a fuck about being ostracized by them guys. Not at all. I was always the kid where I used to get sad about not being invited to parties, but I stopped being sad after a while because I realized I could throw my own party. Young MA had more bro code. Young MA talk about talk about that one. They just want to believe black dads are horrible, despite the evidence. One of the reasons I have no feelings toward this world, period. Oh, the world. Shit. I'll just probably say Western culture has something to do with that. The saddest part is that some big YouTubers are swearing they down with the space trying their best to distance themselves from it. Just like Keep It 100 fam, it's sad. Eh, I don't know. I'm kind of in line where Keep It 100 is. I do. Me and him have talked. I do understand some of his feelings. I mean, you know, I mean, to say I'm 100% on board, I'm never 100% on board on anybody. But brother made some great points. I mean, but you probably. I mean, if you're seeing something that I'm not seeing, then no, I haven't seen it yet. A Quiet Place Day One. I heard it's pretty good. Oh shit, 34 votes. Oh shit, it's finally reached over 20%. We're at 21% yes, and we're at 79% no. Mm. Well, I don't know, man. Maybe maybe the reason why I'm not seeing the sense of brotherhood, maybe it's because of me. Maybe it is. Maybe there's some accountability that I have to take as far as not having brotherhood with those that I once had brotherhood with, or maybe that I did believe that by calling us or calling ourselves the Black Manosphere, that there was some brotherhood, and maybe it's just not the case. Maybe I was wrong, you know, and I don't like being wrong. I've been wrong about too many things this year already. So I voted. It is a code, but I'm optimistic. LOL. Can't speak on others, so to speak. Okay, well that's okay. I didn't say no and no as far as the whatever it was. But yeah, but I tell you the truth, I done lost half the audience already. Hey, but for those of you who aren't already lost, thanks for stopping through. Thanks for stopping through. Your view means a lot to me. And for those who are still here, thanks for sticking with me. You know, one day I will become one of these bigger YouTubers. And one day I will have the ability and the influence to set things right around here. Hoping against hope. Yeah. I don't know if y'all hear them fireworks going off outside, but yeah. Them shits is loud. Cosmic Warrior. What's good? Said men never stick together. There's always one that will challenge, hate on a man's success, or trying to crap on their peers. They say they're busting it off your way. Yeah. Yeah. They shooting. They were shooting earlier. Somebody was busting out here earlier. So I'm sitting up there like I would have went over there and tell them what an idiot they was, but I ain't gonna tell a man with a gun he's an idiot. Shoot. Been no more Kev. Shoot. So okay, so I'm gonna ask the audience this. What is it that I can do better? What is it that Kev can do better? Since I want to talk about brotherhood and bro code and camaraderie, what is it that I can do better that you would like to see me do on this channel? What is it that I can do better? What is it that I can do to fix my decreasing audience? What is it that I can do? Not that I'm crashing out in front of everybody, but what is it that I can do? What do you believe that I would have to avoid in order to make sure that you guys stuck around for the long haul? Collaborate with smaller channels. Yeah, let's do a collab one day. No news. cover current topics. Well, like what everybody else is doing. Like what should I do? Well, I should cover more Corey Holcomb, cover what's going on with Shannon Sharp. Yeah, you know, pick some Instagram video and critique it. Every time a black woman says something stupid, which I don't try to play into, you know, I should do that. But hey, it shouldn't just be about me. It should be about the audience. Cover the election. Yeah, talk about what a sad piece of shit that is right now. Shoot, two old ass white men. AM went live, but angry man ain't my competition though. Like shit, angry man gonna have angry man shit whether I'm here or not. Shoot. Yeah. So let me open up this panel. See what's going on here. I think you should just keep up the work you've been doing and try not to be distracted. Also, some of the brothers in the space who are working on the crafts and not and whatnot, and how we can work together. He's still talking about Drake's Kendra's beef. LOL. Yeah, I wasn't so much with, into the Drake Kendrick beef. I mean, KRS-One and Lord Jamar with their ongoing debate about the roots of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I don't know. Maybe I should berate one gender. Yeah, what's up, Drun? What's up, Andre?
Oh, what's good?
Yeah, what you got to say?
Yeah, about that. Obviously, it's been going on for a while, but yeah, that's low key. He's been talking about that on different streams, especially today because Kendrick dropped his "Not Like Us" video, so I guess he's revealing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, people are going to be loyal. They're going to be loyal. If they want to go elsewhere, they can go elsewhere. I'm getting tired of it. Yeah, but thanks for coming up. Thanks for coming up. It said, LOL, he milking it for what it's worth. Kendrick is doing the same thing. Motherfucker released a video to that song, LMAO.
Yeah, he really is. But the thing is like Drake already put out videos.
Yeah. What up, Shatterstar?
Hey, how you doing, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, man. Salute, man. I think you're doing a pretty good job, bro. Just to expand on what I was saying, I was one of the. There should be a code, right? There is code, but just to keep on with the subject, what you said, I think that working together, like the man said, with some of the smaller channels, some of the brothers, and then also brothers that's in the space that do have talents and that do working on what they're doing and working with them and kind of, and I think that's what we got away from as brothers, over the time where we used to switch out work. If you can come fix my garage, and then about plumbing, well, hey man, we can swap that out. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and do that work, and whatever it is, that's what we need to get back to as well. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times that's how a lot of these other cultures do it. And we have forgotten about that. Somewhere it's been a drop between, I guess, the boomers and the X and now the Z. We don't reach back and try to grab some of them cats. Because some of these cats, man, I work with, for example, I do a lot of work. I have a lot of contract work, so I bring in a lot of brothers. And some brothers don't have a job, so I'll get them, a job working with me and find out, man, this dude is really skilled. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that, so I have to bring them in. Now I'll bring them in on different jobs because they're skilled at that job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. So, maybe we should talk about some skills around here, some trades, whatever.
I agree. That's a lot. Plumbing. You had spoke about your water heater. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you got gas or electric, but
Gas.
I'm sure. Oh, you got gas? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
See, I do plumbing, right? So that's something like, I could give you a couple pointers or a couple help to. I know you already got it knocked out, but that's just an example of what I'm saying. We need to work together on some of these things because we got a lot of people with a lot of talents in the space.
Yeah, Kev, that sounds a lot like he's talking about skills and resources.
Yeah.
And that is one of the platforms that maybe you should campaign, like for the current politics in the space. Maybe you might make your way up to presidential status.
Yay. Yay. No, I don't know, man. I just got to do better, bro. It's obvious.
President Kev? Do I hear President Kev over here?
No, I ain't no president. I'm not presidential material. I'm an average, everyday black man, and I come up here to speak as an average, everyday black man. So, that's all I can offer people. It's not. Yeah. I'm not.
I don't want to be president myself either, brother. And I think that's with the COINTEL Pro and some of the stuff that they deployed against us, man. The 50s with Martin and Malcolm and others. I think they focused on the black leaders, because they seen that we were so much swayed by their influence that instead of being able to have to sway all of us individually, well, they could just take out our leaders, and that became a play for them. So, the enemies, were able to do that. And you look at a lot of these people who try to say, oh, that's the leader of the black manosphere. And a lot of the people who are in a manosphere was like, hey, we don't have a leader. And I understood the idea of saying that because it's like when you have a leader, well, then all they got to do is take out the leader. Right. So everyone should be on their own thing. It should be a movement instead of, organization, I would say.
I don't think that this space is cohesive enough to have a leader. Even if it was cohesive enough, is it leadership or just brotherhood? I think brotherhood would probably be something that is more needed than leadership itself. And I don't know, the way I've been feeling lately, man, I don't even know the brotherhood exists. You got people, I got people that's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. But at the same time, it's just asking anybody if there could be a actual leader. I don't think that there, and no offense to the other brothers in the space, I don't believe there is a such thing as a leader here.
What do you mean? We already have a president.
Man, fuck that nigga. That nigga gave himself that fucking title, man. That's not leadership.
Oh, who's the leader now? I didn't hear that.
No, there's a guy that entitled himself as the president of this space, and I'm just like, fuck that nigga. There's no leadership here. It's like, and then why would we need why would we need someone who christened himself a leader? I think the leader is the one that will rise to the occasion, and people would recognize that person anyway. Not somebody that entitles himself to that.
Well, yeah, that's similar to I've seen a lot. Let's just go back to like the 90s, right? Let's go to the 90s to now, and let's ask. I want to ask, who do you think? This is post Malcolm, post MLK. Who do you think from the 90s to now do what they say was a leader, or a person that could sway black votes or the culture?
You talking about
Who
Bill Clinton? Or you talking about Arsenio Hall?
Oh man, that's a good one right there, brother. That's a good one. You know, it's funny. I would say a brother like Tupac. You know, I hate to go to the rap thing, right? But
Yeah.
I would go to Tupac, right? Because Tupac, for where people don't like him, sometimes they would say that he's, you know, not the greatest of all time or whatever. That's debated, but he was on the East Coast and the West Coast. Tupac was part of the Black Panthers, and then Tupac was also speaking about creating a party, a Black People Party. And very soon after that, he was killed. Now, is that part of the reason why he was? I'm not sure. I can't say to that. But they have new evidence coming out. They're finally getting these people out here on these shows. And what's crazy about the podcasting and the internet snitching on people, the internet snitches, the snitch on themselves, Keefe D. Now he gets up there on Uncle Vlad, show, right? And tells himself, basically gives the feds all the information that they were lacking, and gets arrested for the killing of Pac. And it's like, really? Like, have they gotten to the point where people just will take this stuff from Vlad, this money on these podcasts, and get up there and actually destroy themselves? And you look at how they took out Pac, and we see now, stuff is coming out showing where Biggie and Pac was taken out. They put an East Coast, West Coast war on us, and we easily accepted that as the reason why. But was that the really reason why? Was it really? Such an easy way to take out somebody that was really people. A lot of black people would have followed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, Kev, like on the original topic, yeah, like I said in the chat, the only time that I see the bro code, which typically is used for, like dudes fucking with women, right? But in this case, in this scenario, the only time I see that is when a dude, especially the host, is speaking, and pretty much everybody agrees. And if they don't agree, they get attacked by everybody else.
Yeah, but he has such a great following, such a loyal following. And, some of those people are sycophants. They're not sycophants over here, or they weren't sycophants over here, but they're sycophants right now. So, yeah, that's a direct shot at whoever's listening right now.
Well, I'm not talking about like one person, like in particular. I'm just talking about in general.
No, I'm talking about several folks. I'm talking about several folks. But let me answer Ray Hama. He said, "Hey, remember, did you get that clip? Yeah, of old boy saying Alabama folk eat dirt. Let me tell you something. Some gas stations do sell white dirt that people eat. I don't know if that's a thing in the state where you're at in Tennessee, or is that a state in some? I haven't seen it in Georgia yet. But yeah, people used to eat white dirt. Very few people did, but yeah." But I know he said that, Game Changer. He said that as a direct insult to Alabama people. Now, as far as where he's from, which I believe is California, every time one of your gang members move into a smaller city, especially, and this actually happened in Montgomery, Alabama, it causes like mass destruction. It's
since he brought him up, like, I heard that he did have some simp tendencies, and during this whole current, somewhat current scenario going on with that the whole plumber dude thing scenario, I did see him in the chat saying some questionable stuff.
I said questionable stuff.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like, you go, girl, and yeah, that kind of shit.
God.
Bruh.
Yeah, these dudes have become simps in a heartbeat. But I mean, it is what it is, bro. Simps gonna simp. As long as pussy exists, there will be simps.
What disappointed me the most about that one dude in particular was that The fact is that he actually did a stream that same day defending the plumber. But then when he made his way over to woman, that certain woman's chat, like he was caping like a motherfucker, and I was just like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know what certain woman's chat you talking about, and I mean,
Yeah, I'm not trying to say names, so yeah,
yeah, I mean, it could be one of three people, and is it the one who has been mainly at the guy?
yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, all right, so yeah, I would expect that from someone like him. I mean, it is what it is. But off, Sergeant Faulkner's in the building. What's good? What's good? Yeah. Said Vlad is a Fed. I'm quite sure. He said leadership, huh? I mean, ain't no leaders in this space, bro. Man, ain't no leaders. He rocks with Danica Marie. Oh yeah. You know what though? Danica Marie has a bigger male following than most of the channels in the Black Manosphere.
I agree. Totally.
Yeah, a bigger male following. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like even before that, I seen the current stuff that I see him. I did hear that he did make a lot of donations to certain female content creators, which was
I mean,
a little bit
well, let's not get into telling men what to do with their money. I mean, it is what it is. Facts are facts. I mean, Jessica X made so much money they put her in a new home. Which I got hated on for having a laptop fund, but that was problematic. But I guess that wasn't. But
you kidding me right now? You kidding me? Are you serious?
Yeah. I had somebody mention on a stream one time that what the fuck I was doing raising money for a laptop. I'm sitting up there like this questionable bitch right here. And like seriously, and you guys like I'm saying these are the same group of guys, the same group of men that, like I said, put Jessica X in a new home, gave the Crimson Cure the laptop in one broadcast, one show, where I had to do like a month's worth of shows to get that done. She got it in one show. There ain't no bro code in this space. I'm not talking about just because of money either. It's just what some people can make happen versus what others can make happen. And it's based on the fact that, hey, I'm just like you guys. I'm a guy, but there's nothing you can get from me sexually at all. So the possibility that because of a pair of boobs that one possess, that they can get it, but I can't. And I mean, that just means that I have to work that much harder. I can't bellyache. I got to work that much harder to get it. I have to continue to prove to people over and 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 over again that I'm worth it. But Andre 420, who's up here on the panel, thank you for that. Yeah, he said for the bro code. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I can't believe though they put her in a house, bro. That's big money. That ain't no laptop we talking about here, man. We talking about a whole house. I mean, is that the down payment or did they buy the whole house? I mean, that's big.
Now, hey, let me look. That's neither here nor there. I mean, I don't know if they put her in a house or not. I heard through the grapevine that they put her in a new place because she had made, during her run, she had made so much money from these brothers to the point where, she was able to, get some things done in her own life. And I mean, she provided the kind of content that they wanted,
I ain't mad at a hustler, Kev. I mean, yeah, for sure. I'm not mad at a hustler because I'm a hustler myself. But you know what I'm saying? I see that's a case, and if that's what's going on, when a brother sit there and say, hey, we're gonna do a fund for a laptop, I see people all the time. They got Amazon wish list. They put up there, hey, this Amazon wish list. Somebody want to buy it off of there, this and that. That's cool. And people got merch. People got different stuff. you know, of course, the super chats, the monetization, all the stuff counts, right? You know, and if it's a brother that you support and you like the viewpoint of what the man is saying, well, what's wrong with donating to help the man get a better laptop so that he can be able to do
Well,
more?
some people thought that there was something wrong with me raising money to get another laptop. There were some people that actually thought that there was something wrong with me doing it. And you know, that's just the nature of it at the end of the day. It is wrong when I do it, but when other folks do it, they get put in houses and cars. So, I mean, for me for me to confirm that just means that I'm not doing what it takes to obtain the same thing at the end of the day. It's nothing that is against anyone else. It actually means that these people who are able to get that kind of support is doing something right, and I need to do something right myself.
Well, Kev,
Exactly.
it kind of depends on what your content is like. Like, it pretty much depends on like who your target audience is, because if you look at like certain content creators, like sorry, let's say a Pearl or Candace Owens, right? Like, it's mostly dudes supporting them, specifically like white people.
Yeah, dudes. Yeah. Okay. You say Candace Owens and Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's men supporting them because it's women saying what it's women saying the things that these guys want to hear. You know, that's what it is. They're saying what these guys are hearing, some good things from coming out of their mouths that they usually don't hear from women. And you know, hey, if it works for them, hey, who can blame them?
Well, to be fair, like I would say that like Pearl actually came the closest to real talking points when she was saying that like I could understand why dudes would go MGTOW, but the rest of them like Candace and these other people, like including dudes too as well, that have like large followings, like basically they're gonna come like they're gonna come close to the line, but they're not gonna cross it.
Okay, all right. So now we're at 39 votes. Is there a bro code in this space? 40 votes. 75% said no, 25% said yes. So that's a very optimistic 25%. But most are saying no. Those of you in the audience in the chat right now, why do you believe there's not a bro code? I want to ask that question for those of y'all who want to answer that question. So Ray Hummer said, "Hold on, nigga Roshi. How the fuck can they hate on you? And these are the same male hyenas who fund Austin Holloman."
Well, I voted no, but I also gave you two examples of why I voted no. Because I told you, like, typically I only see that when people are trying to defend the host, and also that one dude amongst others. Because there was others that I seen too that were doing the same shit. That they'll be twerking in the chat of a female content creator, even when it goes against them.
Oh yeah, because these guys believe that they are the exception to the rule. You know, they can't possibly be the simp that you're talking about. You know, they are there for genuine reasons. And most of the times when a man supports a woman over another man, he's been gaslit.
Well, the worst one that I seen is it's a little bit older, but the worst one that I seen was it was a dude that was at he was at a feminist rally actually, and even though he was doing all this taping and whatnot, one of the chicks at the rally was like, she said that all men are rapists. All men did not exclude him.
But he
Yet he
thought he
was
was an
still there
exception.
saving. Yeah, even though he included him, he thought he was excluded for some reason.
Yeah, because he thinks he's excluded because he's over there with the feminists, first of all. And he's like, oh, well, I'm an ally. So, and then, you can't take a man serious when he say that anyway, because if you hear this woman saying, well, all men is this and that, you're supposed to stop her. Even if you was a feminist lover, you're supposed to, hey, well, hold on now. I'm here and I'm not that. Don't put that on my name. But those dudes, I guess they got a smell of some, I don't know what they got a smell of, but they out of line because then those women will never have sex with you because guess what? You're a simp and women do not want no simps, man. Agreeing with them all the time, you will notice that them dudes there, they just orbiters, man. They ain't never gonna get it, but they will talk down on a man and they will let women as a result talk and be unapproached. And they get what they deserve, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Niggas will simp. They will simp to their own detriment. Yeah, when Cynthia G got taken down, a lot of the people who advocated for her to return were guys. They were men, and I'm not talking about alphabet men either. Even though there was a couple of them, but I'm talking about like dudes that's supposed to be straight, dudes that's supposed to be men, like dudes that's supposed to be like black men. There are black men that supported this woman, saying abort black male babies and all this other bullshit. And you're conquered and defeated and you're dusty. Ray Hama says niggerlanders are the reason for no bro code. Yeah. I mean, everybody every one of these dudes want to be that guy. They want to be the man. They want to be, they want to be, the Michael Jordan of the time. They want to be the Michael Jackson. They want to be the Oprah. They want to be Jay-Z. It's not the let's bring everybody up.
What about Pippen, man? I mean, look at Pippen, man. Without Pippen, okay, now Pippen ain't no Michael Jordan, but look at Pippen, man. Without Pippen, could they have won all of those championships without Pippen? And dare I say, Pippen is still one of the best NBA players of all time. He was no Jordan, but hey, man, without Pippen, could Jordan have won all of those? Without
let me say something that Michael Jordan said on a commercial one time. He's saying that people ask him all the time, I think, saying that who's the greatest player of all time, and they kind of refer to him. He said the question that you should be asking is who the greatest team of all time is. So I think Jordan does understand your sentiment. But
right, because it's a team sport and it's not a solo sport. So yes, I agree as well.
Soul Provider speaks of the niggerverse. He said bro code can't be monetized, so there. Well, it's worth. Well, I almost made almost $20 off of it tonight, so it's worth a little something. Maybe not enough to put a blip on the radar, but I mean, definitely no bro code. Bro code doesn't definitely see anything here, really. Art New Style says Showtime Lakers hands down. But could the Showtime Lakers beat Michael Jordan squad with let me see, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant,
Kerr in his good days, Kerr.
Yeah, Steve Kerr. Let's see.
Ron Harper.
Yeah, but let's see. The Showtime Lakers had Magic, Kareem, James Worthy, Kurt Rambis, Byron Scott, AC Green a little bit later on. Yeah. They had some, yeah. Both team has some weapons, but I probably would agree with Art Newstall that the Showtime Lakers is probably the greatest team. Yeah. Let's see. Definitely no bro code. Bro code doesn't guarantee anything here, really. Okay. Golden State with Kevin Durant is the greatest team. Huh?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I don't know. Nah, I mean, in order for a team to be great, they have to maintain it. Like, they have to maintain it year after year after year after year after year. And Golden State with Kevin Durant, talking about the one where he took a picture with his mama. His mama ran out on court. Oh, my baby, I did it all by myself. No, you didn't. You went out there shooting hoops with him. Quit lying. So
KD went hard, man. I can't take nothing away from him. KD went hard. I think that Golden State team, though, man, with Curry and the amount of, though, just the way he could, I've even seen it where we in Houston, man, we played them. We had a chance to win. And Harden, I'm glad we got rid of Harden because I counted the buckets and I said, you know what? If Harden just doesn't fall down and flop for 20 shots and miss like almost 50% of it, if we just made half of the foul shots that he was crying for, we win the game. Draymond and everybody. I mean, and Patrick Beverly, we should have kept Patrick Beverly because Patrick Beverly was on Curry's behind. Man, Curry couldn't do nothing. Boy, Patrick Beverly got him so mad. Boy, you seen Curry want to fight, and you don't never see Curry want to fight. Boy, once you take him out of this game, it's kind of like with Brady. Remember, if you put Brady on the ground a couple times, he start throwing errant balls. You got to put some things on Brady so where he can be able to be scared, man. And the same way with Curry. You got to get in his face, man. If you just sit out there and let him shoot the 3-ball on you all day, you're going to get what you get.
Mm. Exactly. They said the mom of the real MVP. Oh, I think he did say that. Boy. But explain. Let's get back on the topic. Explain bro code. What you think that bro code should look like in this space? I didn't do this stream to make any declarations. I'm not trying to say that space got to do this, space got to do that, because I never say never on certain topics. People can say never to me all day, but only time will tell if that's going to be the fucking case. But yeah, what does bro code look like, and is that ever possible? I'm talking about true bro code.
Not gonna say too much, but basically, when you see a goofy bitch saying some goofy shit, like, you shouldn't be siding with the bitch. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Or dudes that might as well be a bitch since they're siding with the bitch.
Yeah, I agree, brother. What I would say is bro code to me. Now, this is on the space, and this is in real life, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it should be the same thing. The same thing you represent on your digital footprint should be the same thing you represent on the street and in the field. And the bro code meaning, in my bro code, and my bros, what we follow about, first of all, I got a first rule. First rule is I'm never going to hate on you, and I'm never going to allow a broad to come in between us. And if it is someone else in our direct circle, square, or triangle that is directly saying some words about you, and I'm in cahoots with you, I'm going to hold them up. Hey, hold on now. Before you go any further, that's my people. So, watch what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? And besides that, you say what you want, but just letting you know watch what you're saying because you know that's my people. So, you know, if you got something to say about that any further, well, I'm gonna address you to talk to that person first. Instead of, you know, you have people that sit there and talk, and then they don't even want to address the elephant in the room, which is the person they talking about. That to me is bro code. Hey, we got brothers that always have, you know, a situation that may, you know, we might come in the end zone. But the difference between the bro code and some bros sit down and talk about that, man, and we'll get it straightened out. Even if it comes to, we might have to square it up. You know, we might have to. But if that's what it takes to get done, hey, at least we do that. We're not killing each other. And bro code should be automatically, you know, understood from that. We, you know, I made a decision in my life that I'm not going to, by proxy or any other way, destroy another black man's life or take another black man's life, period. Unless it's absolutely necessary. And I ain't gonna destroy a man in public or on the internet or in the street because of whatever I may feel about him. I'm gonna let the man make it. You had something to say about me, now we're gonna square that out. But you know, the fact of us sitting up here arguing with each other, yelling at each other, calling each other names, that ain't gonna get us nowhere. And I'll sit there and be like, you know what? I'd rather not even go there. So as a bro code for me, I'm not gonna try to get at your gal. I'm not gonna try to steal none of your money. And if you dropped $100 out of your pocket and didn't nobody see it, well, I saw it. I'm gonna pick it up and give it to you. And that's bro code to me.
Okay. Oh yeah, Ray Hummer that just came up here. What's good, Ray?
Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? How's my mic?
It's pretty good, man.
Good, bro.
Yeah, man. Should to kind of piggyback off what you said, brother. For a lot of these things, right, they seem so simple, but to a lot of these cats that haven't been brought up with any true masculine principles, you know, it's gonna be very hard for them to adapt that, which is something that builds strong bonds and, you know, and great networks with one another, strong bridges. And, you know, a lot of them who are used to burning bridges, they have been taught that by others, you know. So and it's like, okay, when we come across these dudes, and the same with the women, we're not gonna know these dudes. These motherfuckers are not that dumb to have a sign on them saying, hey, don't fuck with me because, you know, I'm such and such, I'll screw your wife, I'll eat your chicken on the table, you know, and act like nothing's ever happened. Oh, and I've stole some of your money, kind of shit. Yeah, like man, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know, you can't tell these signs. So I decree this. I'm like, okay, so as soon as cats show such symptoms, automatically write them off, keep them at bay. You know, as soon as they show the slightest symptoms of those red flags right there, that is a detriment to any form of brotherhood, cut them off.
Okay. Then that would kind of be the opposite of what we're trying to get accomplished. But I mean, if you are, you know, a detriment or is keeping you around might harm the place, hey, get rid of his ass. I do agree with that.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Because like now, like, you know, some cats, people are used to allowing red flags to, you know, to simmer, instead of just completely, you know, just shutting it down, cut it off.
Well, I agree. And on this space, you know, I look at it like currency as well. You know, I take away my subscription, you know, my interaction, my engagement. Once I see that you will be so easy to try to shoot your shots and hit a brother that ain't really doing nothing, I gotta take you on out the list, because guess what? The fact that you'll do it to that man, you'll do it to me too, man. You know, and
exactly.
I stopped I unsubscribe, and I take away all engagement away from that, because that ain't nowhere we trying to go, man. And I can't support nobody like that, period.
Yeah, but a lot of brothers, you know, they feel like, you know, okay, you know, why should I let them go because of what you seen what they did, to another or whatever. So, they'd be like, well, it's kind of like a thing where they say, oh well, that's them. They ain't happened to me. He didn't rob me. He may have robbed some banks and robbed some people, but he didn't rob me, so he's good with me. Fucking boy.
That's how it'll be, brother. A lot of times it's like that. Well, I didn't have a problem with the man, but you got a problem with it because it's a lot of time. My brother, he might have a friend that I'm not cool with him, but he come out with us. You know what I'm saying? He chill, but he might always be on some crazy. Every time we take this dude out somewhere with us, he start a fight. He get into it with the bartender. He get into it with the bras. He ain't got no money today. We all, trying to patch up the hip, man. Look here, man. Sometimes you just gotta stop fucking with a motherfucker, man. Excuse my friend. The red flags, they be persistent, man. A lot of times in these spaces because of that. But if I see you doing this man dirty, and I see how, and that's your partner, well, man, I'm gonna leave you alone, man, because I know what you're gonna do for me. I know you're gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, and the signs are so subtle too. You just gotta catch them. Before they fester and then manifest into a whole big problem.
Just like Kev said, the red flag, we gotta see that, man, and automatically cut that off the muscle. Because, although a lot of these people, they may have more influence, and that's probably why a lot of this stuff persists. Because people think of the influence that they may have, subscribers, who, whatever. And then you say to yourself, well, that's not how we operate in the real world. I don't care how many partners, friends, or followers that you got. If you work for me, if you rock with me, and you ain't never did nothing over here on this end with the craziness, I ain't never seen you did nothing that wasn't, stand up and righteous. I'm gonna rock with you. I don't care if you got one person rocking with you or 1,000. I rock with you. And that's how I look at it, man, because, a person that, like you said, you think about what the man said in the chat earlier, say a lot of the time this peace leave will turn that bro code into a piece of paper that they gonna burn up at any time just to get a little piece of sleeve. And I ain't got room for nobody in my circle like that because, man, as a grown man, you can get pussy at any time you want. You don't have to sit there and hate on another man to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. But, sometimes these spaces are the last hope that some of these guys got. And, who are we to try to take it away from them? I mean, it is what it is. But Mr. What's good? You say, I don't know the answer to the poll question. I mean, that's cool. He said, I'm not plugged in like that anymore. But, the fact that you still come here, I can appreciate people like Mr. And his and his contribution to brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just not just because you still hang out over here, but it is.
Yeah, it was highly appreciated.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. Like I'm gonna give a perfect example. You say you got a problem with your garage, though, right?
Well, yeah, the bitch fell apart yesterday. I mean, I was taking it apart this morning. It hit me in the head. I was mad, but then I just had to look at how it was put together and the way that I can efficiently do it as one person. I had to quit kind of this morning because I was tired as shit after about 2 hours. But I mean, all that lifting and stuff. But I mean, it's like I know what I have to do to put it back together. I know what I have to do. So
did the rollers come off? The rollers, did they come off?
Yeah. Hey, Faulkner, verify that shit real quick. Because I don't see your name. Okay, I guess he's
oh, hell, that's him. I believe that's him.
Colonel Charles.
All right, what's up, Southpaw 2K1?
Who the hell else thought it was me?
Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah.
Woo! Happy 4th.
No, that's a white guy. That's a white guy.
That's a white guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I didn't see anything in the three dots.
I'm not showing any. I'm not showing any pink penis or assholes today.
No. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. Keep that to yourself in your toilet.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh man, I'm gonna tell you what a code between brothers is that you have decorum, which a lot of people don't understand is decorum. You're supposed to have some level of respect, at least baseline respect for people. I don't call myself the president, the king. I've done important shit in my life where I don't need anybody's praise. Okay. You have three types of communication from men. We talk it out, yell it out, we fight it out, and by then it should be out your system. 90% of the time, it should be out because you talk. It's like you said earlier. Why are there so many men who give Danica Marie enough super chats and cash apps where she probably could buy a fucking house? Cash out.
Well, as a game changer stated, that's his little sis. He claims so.
Well, I made that point because it's like there was a live stream where dudes were complaining about me raising money for a laptop.
Yeah, and that's the purpose of what I'm saying. What's the difference if you want to raise money for a laptop? I joke about the cigar and liquor fund. It's just funny. Now, you have, if you feel entertained or you're learning something from someone's platform or program, black people don't think you should have to pay for that. And this is the reason why black people always suffer the most when it comes to being taken seriously, because you don't put your money where your mouth is. Black men sit on their hands when they're money and they try to be cheap. But yet you'll spend all your money on a bitch that doesn't like you. But yet you can't spend your money with men who help you.
I tell people that all the time, man. I had that same conversation as Charles with a brother of mine, and he's an army brother, man, and he's 91 Gulf, right? And we were having this conversation. He didn't know anything about the Black Manosphere or anything, and I was telling him about that. And the problem was where he had saw me make a super chat. We was over here pining liquor and cigar, and I had said, man, let me shoot a couple dollars. I don't know if I was on your channel, I missed someone's channel, and he's like, well, why would you put money? Like, who would give money to these internet people? I said, man, these just not internet people. These is brothers, man. I said, man, this brother right here served. This brother right here served. I was just going and letting him know about a lot of brothers that's veterans that's coming out, that's having different points and shit. And it's specifically to my brother because he had 7 kids by one lady. And by the time he got back, man, from the war and got all his GI Bill and everything, he had a problem with a Charles. And then I told him, I said, hey, man, you need to do. Now, these kids is older now. Half of them is, 2 or 3 of them, they graduate in high school at this point. The other ones is younger. And I said, man, you should do a DNA test. Now, I'm looking at them, and I said, man, you should do a DNA test. A lot of times brothers will get mad if you say that. But just like Kev was saying earlier, sometimes it's the uncomfortable, brutal honesty that you need to tell your brother. That's what you need to tell him. Hey, man, do it. He did it. And guess how, out of the 7 children, guess how many of them was his, Charles?
I'm going to guess 1, but I'm not Charles, so go ahead.
1.
Kev, okay, 1. Okay. Kev locking in at 1. Charles, you locking in at 1?
I might even go even lower. None.
I'm going to give it to you, man. It's, y'all both half right. It was 2.
Oh, okay. Well, still, that's pretty bad.
Oh, out of 7? Hell yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
And then I brought him over. He was like, oh, okay. And I said, man, you support these brothers. Think about how much money you spend on that broad that ain't on these kids that ain't yours, on driving them around, doing this, going to the kids' birthday, buying this for prom, doing this, all this stuff. You spend more money on that when you got a brother that's actually online that's speaking to your interests. Why not give them $5 here and there? We ain't saying fund the man whole situation, but that's the point. We don't support the brothers that's in our interest. That's why we get a lot of these other content creators, these other people. Look, I mean, do we need any further understanding? Cynthia G was on Fox Soul.
Let's put this out there, Chad. Let's put this out there. I'm glad you mentioned that. You know why Cynthia G was on Fox Soul? It's because she had the clientele, she had the money, the monetary backing. That they were gonna fucking get some more viewers. What? How many black men? I'm gonna say this. You telling me a motherfucker like T.S.L. Johnson hasn't been interviewed by Fox?
I could see him being interviewed by Fox any day. They should have been. I mean, he's a tenured professor, correct?
Yeah. You telling me a motherfucker like here's another one, right? You telling me a guy like Kev who's married, with child. So why not get black fathers? You telling me? I want you to think about this. How many times you seen Brandon Tatum up there about some police-involved case? But knock knock, where's Charles Faulkner? I've served 3 times longer than him as a police officer. He has no military experience. I do.
Exactly, and I always mention that as well.
But yet we don't put forth and support our best people.
Wait, Charles, did you say that he has no police? He has police experience or military?
And that's part of the allegiance of the code.
Charles, did you say that he has no police or military experience?
He's never been in the military. He's only been a police officer. So
he said he was detached to a SWAT unit, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you where I find a lot of crap on him, because I heard him talking about an engagement that he was attached to on the SWAT unit, right? They deployed, and they was talking about meth and these different type of drugs they found on the people, and he didn't know the difference between meth, fentanyl, and pills. And I'm like, hold on, you a civilian? You supposed to be attached to a SWAT unit. You supposed to know that, because if you breathe in enough of the fentanyl, you can die. Correct?
Yeah. I mean, it takes a very, very small amount to be fatal. Very small. So I wouldn't go anywhere near the stuff. I don't see how people taking the stuff now, and one of the side effects is death. Like, people are stupid. Like, I mean, but I wouldn't go anywhere near the stuff. I mean, like, I remember, like, I think back in the mid 2000s, I would call myself taking ecstasy once a year. When they started saying that shit put holes in your brain, that once a year turned to 0. And I mean, I only did it like 3 years, but it wasn't like it was an addiction or anything. I was just like, I'll stick to my weed. Like, it ain't no use in trying to do anything new. But
man, you hear me? Ain't nothing better than weed, bro.
But back in them days, though, Kev, I hate to say it, the stuff was more unadulterated than it is now. They had a website where you could go and look up, xdata.cc. They have changed it up now, but you could actually go and look up the stuff, what was in it. And a lot of it was MDMA, which people don't understand was actually approved by the CDC for some injuries, PTSD, veterans, also mushrooms as well. They've done a test case in Texas where they're allowing certain PTSD veterans to be able to take mushrooms to be able to. But the MDMA was actually created. That they was actually using that as a part of healing. However, now the stuff they got now, man, you don't know what's in that stuff. They even putting the fentanyl in the weed. That's the crazy part about it. doing that.
Fentanyl and weed. Where have you heard this at?
Man, bro, hey, bro, they be saying all kind of shit, man. I'm not saying you, brother Shatterstar, but they be saying all kind of shit, man, just to derail cats from smoking weed. They say, oh my God, they put Windex in weed, man. They done put Windex in weed. Like, come on, man, stop it.
I'm not saying it's prevalent, but what I'm saying is a lot of these people, man, don't ask me how I know. You know, I deal with a lot of civilian. I deal with security. I deal with stuff we have to see. A lot of this stuff we tested, stuff like that, man. And you know, it is, bro. It is. Now, do they do it all the time? No. But then we have a big epidemic of these vapes. And these vapes, a lot of times, that's why they put the live resin stuff on there. And the people that's in the state that you can use it or whatever legally, you would know what live resin is. A lot of these underground guys, man, they putting propylene glycol. What is it? It's the propylene glycol, and it's another one. I can't remember the name of it. But instead of them doing the proper ratios, they're starting to use fentanyl and other stretchers, and also things that can hurt your lungs with that. So I don't put nothing past a drug seller who is trying to make an extra couple of dollars off each sale. So if they can water it down with whatever, they don't care. You know, back in the days, the drug seller was really concerned about making bad crack, because if the crackhead smokes the crack and it kills them, number one, you don't have a customer anymore. And number two, now you finna get a murder case.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I would say that it was a bit far-fetched putting fentanyl in weed, because you would kill off your clientele.
Right.
But RPM saying that Shatterstar is right. He's saying that they put fentanyl in weed here in Baltimore, had people dying left and right, and this was about 2 years ago when it made the news. I mean, shit. I guess you got to get the right dealer, or you know.
It was in Houston, brother, and he's right. RPM, you're right. I didn't know it reached up there to be more like that, but I'm telling you, in Houston, it's true. I've seen brothers spray weed with roach spray.
Look,
I'm like,
yeah.
Roach spray. They said, well, man, this roach spray is good. And a lot of those people who were doing that K2 stuff and that spice, that's what they was doing. They was taking potpourri and spraying it with pesticides. That's why people mind was going to say, well, why would they ever sell it? But yet and still, you got a guaranteed clientele of people. I say that stuff was dangerous, because I've seen myself. I drove past the gas station one night going to my buddy's house, and I said, man, I had seen two dudes in the back of the gas station, and I didn't know what they was doing, bro, but it looked like they was both making love to a grocery cart. I swear, that's the only way I swear, two dudes.
Oh shit!
Now that's hilarious. Now that shit should be clipped right there. Clip that shit.
Videotape that I was scared, because I was like, man, I seen police looking at him, ain't doing nothing. I said, man, what's going on? I went to my homie house. I told him what happened. He said, oh yeah, they on that K2. I said, that's what that K2 do to you? He said, yeah, man, they spray with that stuff, man. That shit get people mind fucked. I said, man, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Boy, I would never touch it.
Hey, but Star, how can you prevent, you getting some weed laced with some fentanyl? Would you just not do it at all? Would you recommend just people just stop smoking altogether?
Well, people gonna smoke, and that's the thing, but what I would say is, man, who that guy, if you smoke weed and you walking in the store and that guy that's just standing outside, he's waiting for you. I've seen it happen here. They'll open the door for you at the gas station, and then, you go in there, you buy your cigars and your liquor, and then you walk out, and then that same guy's like, hey, man, I got that gas. Don't buy weed from him. Go to your neighborhood guy that's, that sells the good weed. Go to him, man. Or they got smoke shops out here now, medical smoke shop. I would rather tell a man to go to the medical smoke shop and buy his stuff versus just don't go.
Don't you have to have a card for that?
Legally, you're supposed to, yes. But however, in Texas, I can't speak to other places, but in Texas, man, they got plenty of shops. The city know what's up. They don't.
I, I
You know,
mean,
you
that's just discernment, though, bro. Like that's all that entails. Cause, like, I mean, cause I done met plenty of dudes, bro, from the gas stations that had some decent bud, my nigga, and shit. And hell, it was short term, you know what I mean? Because that's how some connects be. But therefore, that's why I believe in establishing 10 connects instead of just one. Because that one, no matter how the faithful you are between the two, he could end up being out, you know what I mean? And, or he may be like out of town or doing some shit, you know, hey, shit happens. Then, therefore, boom, what are you going to do? Okay, you going to sit without weed, wait a week till he comes back? Or what? So, you know what I mean? It may be that dude from the gas station, hey, you know, he may or may not be on some shady shit. You know what I mean? So, and you gotta have a good eye too. So, but when people bring up that kind of shit, you know what I mean,
I
about
would
them
say,
lacing it, that's usually a tactic to get them to derail them from smoking weed.
I would say this, man. If we have to go all the way, well, let's just go straight to the dick, man. Go all the way. If you're a weed smoker and we don't know these cats, you know, hey, that guy at the store, he might have some good weed. Yeah, you're right. But at the same time, though, I look at it like this. If you're a weed smoker, you know, and this is one of your habits or this your hobby, you smoke weed, buy a fentanyl tester. Buy a fentanyl tester. Take a piece off the weed, put in a fentanyl tester, test it yourself. That's the only way to be for sure.
They mostly don't even put weed in. They put it in heroin, or they take it by itself. So I mean,
You said they put it in the what, Charles?
heroin. They put it in heroin mostly.
Yeah, exactly. Charles knows what he's
Niggas don't
talking
care.
about. And
They
anybody
usually
that's gonna lace, like Charles knows what he's talking about. Anybody that's gonna lace
they
me with
put it in heroin.
fentanyl,
By the way, most of your fentanyl cases are white people. There.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you also what they put in the counterfeit pills, the Percocet, you know the codones, all these different type of pills. Those fake pills have fentanyl. Even some of the people who do the lucky lady cocaine, they have started to put it inside of that as well. So here in Houston, brother, they are doing it. I mean, we so close to that border, and they got that fentanyl for the low. They trying to find any way they can put it in anything. I mean, from the pills, the counterfeit pills, to weed, to the everything.
Thank God, nigga, I only take blood pressure medicine.
Well, to what Charles was saying is like basically, Charles knows what he's talking about. Like, they typically only lace stuff for the higher end stuff. Like, putting that kind of stuff in weed is it's beyond stupid. You have to be like one of the dumbest dealers in the fucking world if you're gonna do that, because like you're operating at a deficit. It doesn't make any sense.
See, I mean, the biggest lie that was created that started basically all the other lies because the government have their way of programming motherfuckers' minds is that okay? And I heard it from a podcast that when they first legalized weed is when one business that wasn't selling shit that was made out of hemp, they got jealous of the company because they was selling shit out of hemp. And, they was getting profit and people was going there because the paper and the material and everything was better. So, therefore, the white dude concocted a way, trying to stop that shit by going to the newsletter, I believe. Yeah, and telling them that, these black guys and these Mexican guys are high off this marijuana and they're vaping and they're graping white women.
Oh, you heard that story too about how it became illegal?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
What was the name of the movie? It was a movie that they did back in the days. I can't remember the name of it.
Reefer Madness.
It was Reefer Madness. Yeah, and it was another one too. I forgot the name. Yeah, and it was like when black men smoke it, we turn into sex monsters, and we just have to get white women when we smoke it. And that was enough to make the white people say, "Oh yeah, let's illegalize it immediately."
It's funny because it's illegal for two reasons. One, if you make building materials out of hemp, it's 3 times more durable than concrete.
Yeah.
So structured out of business.
You said repeat that again, brother. You said it's more durable than what?
4 times more durable.
Yeah, it's it also is it costs 1/10 to make paper from hemp than it would be from wood too. So you talking about
money off of hemp? Didn't we have the money? Wasn't money made out of hemp at one point in time?
Everything was made out of hemp at one point.
Hemp is one of the most versatile substances on the planet. You can make plenty of things from hemp. They even we're gonna do a hemp fueled vehicle. You can make hemp into fuel. So there was everything to gain. There was everything to gain from making it illegal. They even tried Mexico wasn't gonna make it illegal, but the U.S. government cut off the drugs and medicines to send to Mexico. People started being sick, started dying in pain, and then Mexico basically was bullied into making it illegal, and that's what has caused this murderous war on drugs they got down there now.
What? Thanks for that, bro. Thanks for that. I didn't know that.
I could be wrong on this, and you guys can correct me, but I believe I heard that the original Constitution was written on hemp paper.
Might have been. But Faulkner, you were trying to say something, but damn, the original Constitution written on hemp? Let me look this up.
They probably smoked it.
He said they probably smoked it.
We need a new Constitution. Come on, everybody. Come back. I can't. But no, it's also racially motivated. All your drugs are mostly racially motivated. Opioids. Your heroin was towards fucking poor white trash hippies.
Right. And that was another thing I wanted to bring up too, Charles, because a lot of times when we thought about, I'm sure when you did big meth busts or big heroin busts, most of the times the stuff was being sold to white people, right? Because black people, we wasn't really dealing with the heroin. Now, we know we got some black people who got in with the heroin stuff or whatever. But, I mean, here in Houston, it's the same way. Most black people not smoking meth. They're not. It's mostly a white trash type of trailer park type of drug. You know what I'm saying? However, here now, recently, I have seen a lot of younger black women using meth. And I'm like, where did this start?
Trying to relate to them white dudes.
Man, bro, I mean, and it'll be some thick women. You be thinking oh, no, there ain't no way to... I'm talking about, man, educated women, man. I'm talking about some pastors' wives.
Damn.
Man, I'm telling you, leads at school districts, meth smoking, black women. I'm like, man, when did... And so what I'm saying is, by saying that, is yes, back in the days, it was just a white type of deal, but now it done got pervased into every culture now. And it's sad to see a lot of our black younger people actually indulging in this type of meth and these different type of things, because they have been, the demographic of the users have changed a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad indeed. It's sad indeed. Oh, we got Chaos Rain. What's going on, Chaos Rain? Chaos Rain just comes up here to hang out.
What's good? What's good, man? How you doing?
Yeah, what's up, man? So, do you think there's a bro code in this space?
Bro code doesn't exist with black people.
Say what?
It don't exist.
Oh, okay. Chaos Rain say it don't exist, so I take that answer as no.
Expand on that, Chaos. Expand on that. Why don't you say that?
I mean, there's no much expand. What do we do as brothers that is enough that we could say that we have a code that we respect and we oblige and honor?
I'm not sure the question you're asking. The question is, what do you think is the bro code in the space or not?
Like I said before, what do we hold right now? And we're talking about black men as brothers right now. Because and what I mean by that is, let's be honest. We don't spend enough money with each other. Hell, we don't really keep a certain ethics when we interact with each other. It's like
That's not quite what the question was talking about. Like basically, like earlier, I was saying that basically, like at least for me, like when I hear the word bro code or the phrase bro code, I'm thinking about like typically like interactions between like male and female, but in this context of the space, I was saying that like I only see that when it's like a content creator speaking and other people are jumping up to defend the host or content creator.
Okay, I guess that's part of it, right?
I mean, greed and selfishness too.
Go ahead, brother. What were you saying?
I would say the roots of it, like a couple of them are greed and selfishness. That shit gets in the way. For that shit's and all, they made sure to put that shit in basically dinner all black movies, not just the hood gangster movies and shit, but in a whole bunch of them, especially in those Tyler Perry movies. Like, because I mean, what examples we have when it comes to television of there being black unification?
Well, in this scenario, we're not talking about movies. We're talking about like what's going on, like I don't know, currently or historically in space. But
because no bro code, look, it's either bro code or perish. That's how I look at it.
Well, look like it's gonna be perish. I don't agree that everyone, believes that this whole bro code thing is hopeless. I know that's something Ray is big on, but for the general consensus, I don't know. We got Naima up here though. What's good?
Hey, Naima.
Yeah. All right, Naima.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Myself. My bad. I muted myself by accident. But happy 4th of July to everybody, like I said. How y'all doing?
Yeah, happy 4th to you, man. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th of July, man. How you doing, brother?
Well, not too bad. I mean, me personally, I don't celebrate 4th of July because, where I'm at, it's May 17th. That's our shit. Then again, where I'm originally from, there's May 24th. That's our Independence Day. But, happy 4th of July to everybody, big respects, y'all. To answer Kev's question about is there a bro code? Yes and no. Because what I mean, like, first of all, what is meant by a bro code, first of all? And does everybody understand, is everybody on the same page regarding the definition? What's the code? What are the guidelines? What are the ethics? What are the rules? There hasn't been like a universal, an agreed set of code of universal. There's not an agreed code of conduct to have a bro code, so to speak. It varies among brotherhood and whatnot. I mean, there's a brotherhood to an extent, maybe, but I don't know about necessarily if there's a bro code that comes with it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in order to have a code, right, you need to have some type of, and I hate to say this word because I know it's so controversial, but there should be an oath that you take that you won't, go against the bro code. Because if it's a code, then it has to be a standardized amount of commandments that we won't go against. And I don't think we have made that. A lot of people will say, well, it's common sense. Like Kid was saying earlier, it's usually common sense, brother. If you have any male influences in your life as you coming up, it's certain things your uncle, your father, your even if it's a stepfather that's worth his that or a coach, someone, even if you was raised by a black single mother, They may not understand the bro code, but someone in your life should have reached you and said, hey, man, these are things we don't do. We don't go after another brother's woman. We do not, hate on another brother unnecessarily. We're not going to speak about nobody behind their back and not say it to their face. And if there's a problem, we want to bring it to the person who we speaking of. I don't know, gossip, galley shit. We going to take it to the point. And those, they sound like common sense, but I guess they may need to be written down and people may need to say, hey, I pledge that I won't do that. And I don't know if that's going to be what we need to do, but there needs to be some type of code that's adhered to. And if we just saying some general code things, people in the other tribe might not agree with that. But I think, there's general things that should be agreed to because, trying to sleep with another brother's woman and we all cool and stuff like that, that's never been the code at all from where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I do understand that, but what if she's a hoe?
Okay, your girl's a hoe. I've been trying to tell you she's a hoe, and a lot of times,
right there. He on point.
Mad at you, right? But by telling them that, and like you said, brutally honest, sometimes I've lost friends by telling them that. But what I've done, the friends that even if they tripping out, I'll be like, hey man, this is your girl. If you don't believe me, okay, well let's set the bitch up. Okay, I'm finna go over here. I'm finna go and have dinner with this bitch. Now, a lot of times these niggas go crazy, but if it's your partner, you can, hey, look, man, okay, I'd rather do this for you than let you crash out. And once you find out she having sex with some other dude, then you wind up killing her and him. So I'd rather try to help you out now and let you know she ain't shit. That way we can go ahead and get over this, man, because, we don't have to be playing around, man. I don't want you to kill this woman, but she been in my inbox and I'm just letting you know. That's real, being a real brother. You know what I'm saying? Versus just trying to go and fuck that hoe. Because if you his brother, you already know that girl's a hoe.
You knew right from the get-go, but sometimes some brothers don't want to listen. So you gotta be, all right, man. You gotta learn. I guess you want to learn the hard way. You're gonna learn the hard way. Just understand, man. A hard head make for a soft ass.
Oh, damn straight.
Unless you're skinny motherfucker. Because a hard head and a bony ass, you just gonna be a hard ass either way.
I got you. I understand. Yeah, that's real talk, man. Remember, because man, I mean, because you can only give, a brother or sisters, warnings. You know what I mean? And hey, because just in the same as God, hey, he continues to try to, bring you back, get you back on the right track of things, but that's only so many times till he realizes, hey, this branch bears no fruit, and a branch that bears no fruit must be cut off.
You know how many brothers
guardian angel.
Brother.
Hang on a second, Shattered, if I may. Thank you. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, Ray, but let's not forget. Sometimes your guardian angel sometimes slaps his forehead and wonders, what is wrong with this fool? How thick is this fool's skull? You know what I'm saying? But Shadow, go right ahead. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
What I was saying is, I've seen brothers that have been going through that. I've reached out to them, and a lot of time they'll get mad, and they'll go back with the broad and be like, "Oh man, and I'm like, man, don't go and tell this woman what I have told you. Now, this is not why I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this so that you can apprise yourself of this information and move accordingly. And then if I see them that they still can't get over the broad." And I understand how it is, man. Been with the woman so long, he's so addicted to that peace sleeve. He just can't imagine that she ever cheat on him, even though he's seen the signs. What I would do is I say, hey, come on.
Let me tell you something real quick, bro. And
take him, get some different women. Maybe it can break the spell on him. You know what I'm saying? I will try a different thing. Hey, man, here go a chick, man. Get on him. Get him broke off of that voodoo that the other broad got on him. I try to help brother as much as I can. I take it.
He said that voodoo.
Man, say that voodoo. Hey, but let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing more potent than a woman that has you wrapped up mentally. Physically, hey, you can go get a better looking broad, but when you meet that perfect one, or one that you think is perfect, Man, it's a tough thing to get over. I'm telling you that right now. Very tough. I mean, depressing even. But I mean, some things are easier said than done. I mean, to try to convince a brother through that means, status star, you are risking a friendship. You're risking a bond that might have taken years to build. Just to prove something. But see, the thing is, sometimes things got to be done that way.
But am I your friend if I don't try?
I mean, you're my friend if you just try to tell me, not necessarily stick your dick in her, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all good, man. Some people got to find things out the easy way. Other people got to find things out the hard way.
Well, Kev, I'll say this. There is even though it's a cliche to say, there's a thin line between love and hate.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, ain't that the truth?
I just stepped away for a second. Because I had to talk to my main mom about this. So.
Oh, shit. Oh. I hope they went okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a thin line.
Yeah.
I mean, bro,
I remember. Now I gotta say this. I remember came home one time, and my brother was kind of messed up, and I found out he got caught up with some shit with over a female friend or someone who was supposedly a female friend. And fortunately, I was not there, thankfully. But next time I saw her, I was like, I just looked at her a certain way, and she knew to leave me the fuck alone. Because she realized, oh wait, you knew what happened to your brother. I said, yeah. I don't trust you or your stinking relatives, especially that stink ass cousin of yours. So walk away.
Yeah.
Certain people are just gonna get you into some shit, I'm gonna give you an example of the bro code, man, in my personal life. I had a brother, he was a good friend of mine, man. We came up together, man. We played ball together, man. We used to rap, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was this chick, this out of town chick, right? I'm smashing on her. I find out that my homeboy smashing on her too, right?
Ooh.
So check this out now. Check this out now. It's my partner. And I told him, and partners already had told me, said, man, that's your boy Kinfo, that's Kinfo girl, man. I said, what? I said, man, shit, I've been messing with her. She was in town down the way. So I'm like, man, I've been messing with her out of town. He's like, nah, man, she done came down, she was cool, man. And I'm gonna just use a example name. She's with John. And I'm like, oh, okay, well,
Kung Fu Joe.
Shit, John ain't said nothing to me about it, so I'm gonna keep on rolling with it. So come to find out, she coming down one weekend. She come down every weekend. And I talked to John, that's my partner. And I ran it past, man, this girl, let's just say her name is Kendra. I said, man, Kendra, man? He was like, yeah, man, she come down all the time, man. That's my little brother. I said, man, well, look, man, I had at the hotel last weekend after the club. He was like, oh, that's where she went. I wonder why she didn't pick up the phone. Oh, okay. Well, shit, you want her this week? You can have it this week. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I take, you want it Friday? Hey, man, you can have Friday, man. I'll get it next Friday. And that was it. That was it, right? We never fought about none of that. We never fought. We never got into it. I never talked shit about him to her. Never pillow talked. He never pillow talked me. And it was cool. And I said, man, now that is proper bro code. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even tripping.
Hopefully y'all were, rapping those jimmies when you were hitting that. When you each of them were hitting that.
Oh yeah, no, she was definitely fertile. She had like 4, I think, at that time. So
you better wrap it up.
I was definitely up. Otherwise I'd be telling a different story. I'd be saying that's my baby mama. Thank God not.
You know what? Hold on, Drake. Hold on a second, Drake. You know what this reminds me of the situation you're talking about? Shattered. There was a song called "I Used to Know Her" by DJ Quick with AMG.
Okay.
In the first verse, they talked about, they both talked about chicks they bumped into and found out they were both smashing and realized, oh shit, it was all
Right.
kinds of fucked up.
But in that song, and that's social commentary, the song, right? In the song,
Uh-huh.
DJ Quick fight his homie. Did he want to kill his homie? Did he get up
No,
there and
no,
say,
him and his homie, they're like, they're like, oh shit, and they both were glad that they dodged the bullets on that one, especially when one of them said, oh man, I heard she gave somebody the heebie-jeebies and shit. And they're like, ooh, you know what I'm saying?
and see, that's another thing. And one main thing I would say as well to add on to that, think about it. If that's the song that we used to hear, DJ Quick, of course, we know he's not, he's from the old school. But look at what we're hearing now. Look at what we hear now, right? Look at what we hear now.
Mm-hmm.
I'ma fuck your bitch. I want your bitch. I'ma fuck a nigga bitch. I'ma fuck a nigga bitch. When did we start wanting to have sex with other men's women?
Just to fuck with them.
I had a couple of cats that was in school with me in college, where I would go back and I would leave certain women alone, this and that, and then they would go back and follow me. Now, it ain't nothing but one time, okay, you might hit that one chick that I used to mess with. Okay, that's cool, whatever. But then you start hitting that one, and then you hitting this one, and then you following my path. You follow. I'm like, how did you even know I fuck with that man? And you talking. You're pillow talking about everything I'm doing. I'm wondering, where is this information coming back from? And I say, well, that's a dirty dick dangler, because that man will follow you, and that's a dangerous, dirty, no good sucker, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you got those type of dudes too, man, and I don't put no respect on that. But if my broad want to fuck with you and she ain't my broad no more, and we cool, but you ain't my partner, if you hit her, that's cool. I ain't trying to get at you and, man, what's up with this? I ain't got nothing to say about it. Cause the broad, you didn't grape her. So, hey, we ain't got no problems, homie. But, it comes a point where a person just constantly falling behind you and pillow talking, that need to be put a stop to too, because, you got a dirty dangler just following your path, and that could be dangerous because the pillow talk, that might be a friend of yours. He running all your business from bitch A to bitch B to bitch C. She know all your information. Because he's still in your circle, so that red flag need to be situated too, because you can't trust that person.
All right. Hey, before you get started, let's go ahead and wind it down. Final statements, y'all. Let's do this.
Y'all go first.
Yeah, whoever wants to go first.
I'll say this, just in the when it comes to bro code, there's plenty of examples that God has given us, of that, and even though there's been multiple forms, especially through these foreigners that come here, by showing how click tight they are, cats can catch, and take notes from that, but no, they refuse to, because they get more of a thrill. They get off on playing the whole joker role towards their own fellow man, towards their own brother, and because they see, because they first see and observe that other people around them like that, and they get excited about it. So and so that extrovert in them will get turned on. So therefore they will go in a continuance of that, thinking it's such a cool thing to do, and they will render it lame anything that's modesty. So therefore, which is why a lot of cats are severely bound here in the States and cannot go elsewhere, because since they have never retained any sense of modesty, they're liable to not come back to the States, because they will end up being missing because of such foolish non-brotherly mentality. Because a brother mentality would go forth in true modesty, and humble, and all this humble and peace and tranquil, so if a man here doesn't have that, so, and can't establish that with his own fellow man and brothers here, how can he do so overseas if he wants to travel? So, because those are the core things of how one can build strong networks and connections and bonds. But with that, I end it, and thank you, brother, for having me on. This is good.
All right, Ray. Appreciate it. Who's next?
Yeah, I'll go next. Thanks for having me. I did tell you like these view of the bro code and yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? All right. Thank you for coming through, Andre. Who's next?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, man, on the bro code thing, man, just I was one that voted that there is or there should be, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And the reason I say that, Kev, is because of brothers like yourself, man. Brothers like Ray Hammer, brothers like Chaos, brothers like Nemo, the brother Charles that just left him up. And everybody in the chat, man, that come through, man, you know what I'm saying? And actually, become a part of the conversation, add to it, and its own bro code, you know what I'm saying? I give salute to them because I am not cynical. I told you I'm optimistic. That's why I made that vote. I'm optimistic by trade, but just over experience, I've become somewhat cynical. However, I become cynical because now when I get a win, it ain't nothing. It's like, come on, we need the next one. So I just say, what to answer the question, what you asked earlier, what do you think you could do more? I would just say, just like I said, brother, just focus on what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep the bull crappers and the bullshitters away from you. Hold them there. And then work with people that, got things, that's crafts, that's trades, that's whatever they doing. Work with them, brothers that's like-minded. If it's a craft, if it's anything I can do to help you, you know what I'm saying? I will do the same thing, you know what I'm saying, for you, brother, because everybody is different. They got different talents. They got different things. And I think a lot of our talent gets wasted because of what the man said. He just said a lot of times that money and that peace leave get in these niggas' mind and they start forgetting the purpose of what we doing here, the real ones.
Yeah.
So I'd say just keep up with the good work, man, and just work with a couple of brothers that actually can do some different work, you know what I'm saying? And maybe, hey, you tell me what you do good, man, I'll pay you for that. You know what I'm saying? It's a trade. Yeah, I might trade out some work. Plumbing, okay, I know electrical or this and that. I might be able to put you on something. Hey, man, this and that. As brothers, keep that on. I think that would be an optimistic way. And I'll leave it at that, brother.
All right. Shadow Star. Actual. Namer.
Well, I just say thanks for having me. These discussions we need to have more discussions like this. And honestly, there needs to be a brotherhood, a fellowship, and a code of conduct and respect. Without that, what we doing here?
Yeah. Well, peace. Chaos. Okay, I know Chaos usually.
I'm good. No worries.
Yeah.
I just want to say lastly before you end it that I appreciate all you brothers' words tonight.
All right.
Salute, bro.
Salute. Anyway, guys, I'm a little tired, but I will just tell y'all this. There need to be some type of structure, some type of code of conduct, some type of rules or rule or whatever. And whatever is decided, the brothers need to be at the forefront of it. Southpaw 2K wants to say, I used to work in television for over 15 years. Kelvin, anyone else here needs voiceover work or a commercial for your businesses? I'm available. Oh, okay. All right. Well, you got the email addresses on the channel. But yeah,
so,
bro.
For sure, man. For sure. That's what's up right there, man. I was trying to get in the voiceover thing myself, man. Also, hit me up on that, man. I got some things I'm trying to do with one of my games I'm doing. I need some voice actors, somebody besides me, because I can't voice act everybody. But yeah, man, shatterstargames@gmail.com, man. If you want to email me, man, we work some things out, man. If you actually do it, man, I might have some work for you.
Yeah. So here's my final statement. When I say bro code, I mean that from a commonplace position, not like sisterhood code or girl code, where it's just based upon emotion and just because they have a vagina, they're always right, isn't it? Because you don't hear brothers, especially straight brothers, say, well, just because he got a dick, he always right. But you'll have people lying on us and say that's exactly what we do, but we don't. But I wish there was some true brotherhood around here. I mean, to supersede the adverse stereotypes that we have plaguing us today, because it gets to the point where it's like a lot of us, we don't have anywhere to go, because of the bull crap and the hot messes that these spaces have a tendency to be. We also have an ego thing going. We can be cool with somebody till they start doing better than us, and that doesn't make sense either. For real, you should be proud of someone that's doing better than you. I mean, seriously. I'll give you a prime example. I brought the Roger report in, and because of Roger's consistency and hard work, he has a bit more traction than I do, and I've been here longer, and he's lost channels. I've never lost his channel, but I'm proud of the brother and what he was able to accomplish, or what he's been able to accomplish since he's been here. And there'll always be camaraderie and kind of a bro code that exists between us. That doesn't mean that he violates the trust of other people. But as far as me and him are concerned, it's like, he cool Pete's, I'm cool Pete's, and it just works out like that. And that's why there's so easy for me to say long live the habitual line steppers when it comes to brothers such as himself. I mean, but the rest of the space, I do understand, can't be like that. It's not something that I want to see for real, that everybody just agree or whatever, or at least seeing, if we're not on the same page, at least be in the same fucking library. I mean,
yeah, right, yeah, that'll never happen. The all agreed lockstep. We know that that's never gonna happen. I don't think that's what you're saying, and I don't know nobody else saying.
Shatter. I appreciate it, but this is my final statement. So,
my bad, bro.
It's all good. I understand you had to get that out, but we don't interrupt each other's final statements. But stick around for the after show. I mean, the good brother Ray wants to, share a few things with you. But but anyway, that's gonna be it for now. I'll come to you guys sooner than later. I'm always here Saturday, Sunday, and sometimes Monday. So that's it. Bro code, maybe we do need one in place, but until then, we'll just keep hoping and praying and dreaming or whatever the fuck we do. So that's it for me. Long live the habitual line steppers. You guys don't give up by any means. Just go out there and win. Peace out.